EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Omaha. Lucy. Move.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Lucy.
They do go for it. It's Bortles. Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. So after the INT, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Sony Michel, his 1st carry. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Myles Jack there to make the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
Well, these Jacksonville Jaguars, as their offense comes back out here, you know, they had a hard fall from 2017. Now, there are falls and there are graceful falls. This was not a graceful fall. It was, wow, from the AFC Championship game to 5-11.
So you're saying it wasn't part of the ballroom dancing course that they might have taken, right? Where it's very graceful in what they're getting done?
Negative.
I mean, they ended up going 5-11. Defense was still good, number 5 in the league, but the offense struggled all season long, finished number 27 in the league, and too many turnovers at key times for the defense to keep up. So look for this team to make a few moves, especially on the offensive side of the ball, and hopefully have a quieter offseason and quieter regular season in 2019.
Now Bortles on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Bortles on the give to Fournette. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
You.
A handoff to Fournette. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down.
Hey, follow.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Doug Marrone can only shake his head. His guys are turned away. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Brady now on 1st down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, a reminder to everyone out there, coming up soon, the NFL Club Championship event. Now, there are a handful of those club events that haven't been determined yet, but eventually there will be a representative from each of the 32 NFL teams. It's about $700,000 worth of prize money, and it's all going to take place live on Twitch every day at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, starting January 30th and running through February 2nd. Don't miss it.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Let's go! Wait!
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Stop! Wait, 20! Wait, 20! Hey, hey!
Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20! 23, Linda! Let's go, let's go!
Now Brady throwing on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And by the way, I need to pass along a reminder that our ladder for the Madden Challenge tournament is still open in MUT Drafts until February 11th. And the prize pool for the Madden Challenge, folks, $190,000.
And who wouldn't want to participate in something where you could get a piece of $190,000?
That's what I'm wondering.
Get in, get it done. Let's have some fun.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Lucy.
Bortles to throw on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And the pressure gets to him again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
20! 20! Wait! Hey, go 66! Hey! Go!
Throwing now is Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Go Bandit! 20!
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go!
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, Dorsett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Brady, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Brady again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal here at the end of the 2nd quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board, and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the 2nd half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
To throw is Brady. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Malik Jackson continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
29, Alpha.
From the gun, it's Brady. Goes underneath here to White. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wide. Ozzie. Ozzie. Alpha.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On second down, Michel. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On third down, Michel. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
On first down, Brady. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Brady. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. On second down, here's Yeldon. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. T.J. Yeldon, 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. T.J. Yeldon, 68 yards. And the Jags are an extra point away from taking the lead.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and run some clock with Yeldon. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
11. Hey, 5-0.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Move. Lucy. 11.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Move. Lucy. Hank.
The Jags do snap it. It's Bortles. And he's got Moncrief. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike 39, Lucy.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They'll look to throw. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Might not be anyone that's run the 2-minute drill better than Tom Brady, second all-time in fourth-quarter comebacks.
And even though he's second all-time, it feels like first in all the most important comebacks. He's the right guy to have the ball in this situation.
The throw left side, complete to Hogan. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man
open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. One final try now for Brady. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.